What's up YouTube, True Evil here, back with another Neverness to Everness video, and today I want to go over what everyone should be focusing on for the second half of the 1.0 patch in terms of account progression, because there is one major milestone that is really going to differentiate accounts in terms of getting free materials. So without further ado, let's talk about that. Some people might think the new events are the priority to focus on, but that is actually not the case. Now, for the companion quest that's going to last for 2 weeks, you can get all of the rewards from this from not even completing all of the dailies for it. It's going to be super chill, and as long as you're logging in every day and just getting your dailies, you're going to complete this, and it's honestly not that big of like a reward spike, right? For the annuleth you don't even get 2 pulls worth, so this is very minimum resources, and there is definitely one thing in particular that you need to focus on rather than just like worrying about solving this. The most important thing for people to focus on for the second half of 1.0 is going to be getting your tycoon level to 30, so you can purchase all of the non-limited items in the Hunter's Exchange. You don't necessarily need to get everything, but the most important thing that is going to refresh is going to be the tri-keys and these dreamless seeds. And the reason I'm making this video today is that if you're out of fonts completely and you haven't been purchasing the tri-keys, today's the day where if you do all your dailies and passive income, you'll be able to purchase all of the tri-keys available. And that's definitely going to be a bigger priority than, say, getting a new car, in my personal opinion. And I'm going to explain why, which is going to be the new characters coming out. The reason why everyone should focus on getting to tycoon level 30 so they can purchase as many tri-keys as possible is with how broken the arcs are for these characters. Already with the second character released in this game, Hattori, we have seen a power spike in terms of arcs, where if you don't have her signature arc and you're using her second best arc, it's over a 20% damage differentiation, and that is absolutely insane in my personal opinion. Usually games like this wait till like 1.3 before they start releasing weapons that are going to be over a 10% differentiation, and because of how strong her arc is in particular, I actually think Hattori is not worth pulling unless if you get her signature arc. It's just such a decline in damage that I just don't think that her gimmick is worth it without it. And if there is a character that you really want in the future that is similar to Hattori, that is going to really need her signature arc to be worth pulling, then you want to make sure you get that right. I know a lot of people are looking forward to Lacrimosa. I don't know what her arc is personally, but you know, if it's a 20% difference in damage between her first and second, well, I definitely want that arc, because if I pull a character that I really want, I want to make sure that they are as fun as possible, and having a character that feels a little mid because they don't have their signature arc is just not going to be fun for me personally. So I definitely want to make sure I'm able to have the most fun as possible. So how are we going to get that tycoon level to 30? Because I'm currently at 27, and what I think everyone should do right now is a couple of things. The thing that I personally think everyone should focus on right now is leveling up the Idle Cafe to max, because once you max this out, you don't have to purchase restocks. You're just going to be getting passive income that's going to be minimum 50,000 fons a day, and of course it's more with the more life skills that you level up. This is going to help you net those tri-keys, and more importantly, it's going to help raise your tycoon level passively even when you're not playing the game. For characters that you want to level up their life skills, I personally recommend leveling up any character that says you're going to be getting additional prices based off of just a flat fons, because this is going to be more of a fons increase than, say, increasing traffic. So when you're leveling up your life skills, really focus on this for right now, because in that early stages of this game, it's more important to get more fons than quality of life increases. So I really highly recommend to just level up everyone you can to level 5 that's working in your cafe to maximize your fawns per day. After you leveled up your idle cafe, what I would say to do is go through all of the one-time bonuses and find the ones that have fawns. For example, I have been avoiding the races because I personally do not like them, and this is missing me out on a ton of fawns. So what I'm going to be doing personally is, because I do not like this game mode, we have almost 3 weeks to get all the fawns we need until 1.1 drops. So I'm just going to make it a daily for myself. It's not a true daily in the game, but I'm just going to make sure that I do 2 races every day, 3 stars for this fawns increase. And even though I don't like this game mode necessarily, by only doing it a little bit every day, it's not going to burn me out from doing it. And after like a week or so, well, I don't have to touch this for a long time. So I think that's a great way to approach these mini games, because there are a ton of them in this game, and let's face it, when there's 10 things, you're not going to like all 10 of them. So personally, I have liked certain ones, but racing has not been it. So this is my priority, and this is going to net me a ton of fawns. I do believe focusing on this is going to net me at least 300,000 from just looking at this, right? So this is going to be my city stamina focus. I've been focusing on other things, but you got to do what you don't like if you want to make sure you get that guap guap, boys. Another thing to focus on if you've been avoiding it is starting to do the anomaly commissions. And if these aren't your cup of tea, what I would recommend to do is just one a day, get it out. And once you've completed all of the common ones, go to the high risk, and there are different tiers that you can do for these bosses. And what I've been doing is I just do one new tier every day on a boss, and I only do one at a time. I don't want to focus too much on these so I don't burn myself out. So that's what I would recommend to do for now on these. We have a lot of time before 1.1, but also it doesn't feel like a lot of time in terms of how much fawns we get. So definitely focus on these bad boys if you haven't. There are, of course, other ways to get fawns in this game, like Pink Paw's Heist, which you should be doing bi-weekly, and there are one-time rewards for that game mode as well. But the most important thing, in my opinion, is because we're sort of in maintenance while we wait for 1.1 to come out, just make sure you're doing a little bit every day off these game modes you've been avoiding as you've been playing the game and completing the main quest. And that's going to really push you up, because getting those try keys is going to make it so, well, you're going to spend less money on the game. So that's always a plus in my book when you're playing a gacha game, right? I want to maximize my pulls as possible, as well as materials as possible, because it's going to help me build the characters I want to play with in the future. But I also want to say that I've been enjoying this game a lot, but there isn't really a ton of content to make videos on. So for the next couple of weeks, pretty much everything I'm going to post is going to be like Hattori showcase videos. I'm waiting until I get a gold console for Lost Radiance until I do that, because unfortunately I keep getting gold consoles with like incantation damage bonus instead of just like an actual stat line I can use for my characters. So once I get 4 characters that have usable consoles, I am going to start posting that content. So wait for that soon, and be sure to subscribe for more. But this was just a main public service announcement to make sure that you're getting all those try keys. So see you guys next time with another video.